el oficial de inteligencia que declaró ante los congresistas de los Estados Unidos que su país estaba en posesión de restos biológicos.
Well, tomorrow, NASA set to release the findings of
What is this, man? I saw this briefly on Twitter before I went live. Just a distraction? Wait, what is it distracting us from?
Known as UAPs. Now, it comes as Mexico holds its first ever hearing on UFOs, with scientists putting on display what they claim are the remains of 2 extraterrestrials. News Nation's Joe.
Bro, that's just me sleeping in my bed after the vodka demon incident, man.
Remains of 2
what
extraterrestrials. News Nation's Joe.
I don't even remember this.
With these developments, Joe, this is some big news.
That's just me sleeping.
Yeah, Kelly, we got big news on multiple fronts here globally on the UFO story. So let's start with NASA that you referenced off the top here. Tomorrow, the agency is going to be releasing its findings on UAPs.
What? Wait, NASA is releasing their information on the UFOs tomorrow?
Because of significantly increased reports and sightings, last year NASA put together this team to study the phenomenon, figure out what's real,
what is happening,
we know, and what is still a mystery. And after almost a full year, we are going to finally get that report tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Before that, we expect NASA officials, including the head of the agency, Administrator Bill Nelson, they will be briefing reporters on their finding as well. We are going to hopefully be there, be able to ask our questions.
Apparently, the guy published data on these guys to a database and are inviting researchers around the world to check them themselves.
We spoke exclusively today to UFO researcher and filmmaker James Fox about his expectations for NASA's upcoming report.
It's weird.
Tomorrow.
Aliens always land in America. So weird. Wait, no, Jared, these are from Mexico, man. It's different this time, dude.
We understand it. Making head of NASA, he was making very compelling statements on.
It's different this time, Jared.
The difficulty to explaining some of these unidentified aerial objects that defy physics as we understand it. You know, he acknowledged
I swear it's different.
He said he met with the pilots and that they couldn't explain what that thing was or where it came from. So then when I found out that they were not going to have access to the classified files, my expectations lowered quite significantly.
So we're anticipating that.
It's going to be nothing.
This in Mexico this week. Congressional hearings focused on UAP sightings, much like we had. This is according to a prominent Mexican UFO journalist and researcher. These are 2 non-human corpses, both at least 1,000 years old, discovered in Peru back in 2017 and then fossilized. Now, look, there is a lot of skepticism here about whether these are real, whether this is legitimate. We ourselves can't verify any of this, so we are...
Yeah, that's just me and Yen after the cooking stream.
So we are...
That's just me and Yen after we mix up the CBD to THC ratios, man.
About what we're seeing here.
What the fuck is this?
When it comes to the origins of these things in this video. Nonetheless, these displays were a part of a legitimate Mexican congressional hearing.
Bro,
Ryan Graves, the former
joking.
Navy pilot who actually testified before the U.S. Congress back in July, he was also there sharing his story and his experiences with UAPs.
They say one is 700 years and the other is 1,800 years old.
Into whether or not these things are real. Mexico's Congress debating whether they're going to be enhancing a law that would essentially make Mexico the first country.
Wouldn't it? I mean, couldn't they test this pretty easily, like to determine if it's like biological or not? Like, couldn't this be like decided in like a week or so?
On Earth to say explicitly that they believe in extraterrestrial life. So
I don't understand how it made it this far. You know what I mean? Like, didn't anybody like do a biological test? Like, how the fuck did it get to Congress?
South of our border there, Kelly.
All right, you can understand the skepticism. Joe Khalil, thank you.
Thank you for
watching. It's crazy, my lord. They spent years and years and years of research on this. It's finally coming out. They traveled hundreds of thousands of light years to come to us and to help us with our issues. They summed it up after analyzing text from the aircraft. Fuck you.
Jesus, man.